topic. Today's show is going to be about kind of what I hope in a partnership and hope to find in a man or male beloved mate. So let me think. Where should I start? So I didn't, and I'm going to go by a list of stuff, and I got to stick to it, or because I don't want to forget anything. So hang with me, be patient, and I want to go through my quick purpose. I mean, I got a higher calling to promote kindness in Los Angeles, 2012. I've been doing it with angel wings and posters, promoting kindness, publicly for 10 years. And I also do healing work of all different kinds, different modalities. And so I've had several long relationships. I had a 3.5 year, a 6.5 year marriage, and then I've had some long ones after that, like another 3.5 and a 3 year. So it's kind of interesting, these threes that I seem to have. And so I don't even want to go over why I was divorced. You're going to have to take me out to dinner to get that explanation, because it's kind of like one of those Jerry Springer story moments where you're just like, huh? What? And your jaw hangs open a little bit. So yeah, you're going to have to just ask me privately for that. Anyway, so updates on me, and today's going to be a very fun interactive show because I'm going to be showing you my screen and showing you all kinds of pictures and stuff. I got to go to Houston 2 weekends ago to the super most epic, awesome event I think I've ever done with my angel mission, because I feel like it goes to the heart and soul of my purpose and the beauty of it and what could happen with it. I got to go be at a festival that celebrated children. More specifically, it was to celebrate disabled and abused and foster children, but we had all different kinds of children show up to this event. And I got to be a part of a booth with my friend Kate Loonley, who of all things, I met her in Sedona, Arizona, which is a very magical, high vibe place. And she's kind of like in my same rainbow frequency of coolness, weirdness. We just get each other, right? And so I met her, and we got to have this booth where we had kids play. And let me show you some pictures. Oh wait, I have to show you my screen first for it. I'm like, okay, settings, present, share screen. Okay, bear with me. Okay, add to stream. Okay, I hope you can see this because I can't even see what I'm doing. It doesn't let me see what I'm doing. So I got to go to Kima, which is outside of Houston, kind of on the water. It was called the Cadence Carnival, October 1st. And here in the, I'm actually sitting with Cadence there in this golf cart. She has this cool Wonder Woman golf cart. And I don't know what she has, but she's such a sweet, kind, joyful spirit. And so this is Kate, and we had our booth where kids could color and take pictures, and they could dress up with, you see the wings on this girl, and her t-shirt said "kind is cool." I thought that was awesome. She's one of the first people to walk up. And so they could pick if they wanted to wear angel or fairy wings. And this girl actually drew her own Be Kind poster. And they could wear angel wings and halos and have little wands and take pictures with this backdrop. And we just got such great kids and cool. This boy wrote Be Kind, and his drawing there was about sitting with someone who's alone at lunch. I thought that was so sweet. And then Kate was putting little tattoos on kids that were like a paint splat and telling them how they're masterpieces of God. And we would tell the kids, as we're putting these posters, that are temporary tattoos on them, that, they're unique and special and God made them just as they are. And so we had whole families get to have photo shoots. And this girl said, "Help others in need." And just so many great shots. They were coloring and having a grand old time. So let's see. That's Cadence and her car. The Jeeps. Okay, that's probably good enough. Okay. Next, I got to, there was an article posted about me in the Austin, Texas patch website. So I'm going to show you that. Here it is. Mandelyn Reese, the street angel, discusses her inspiring work. So if you go to patch.com, get out of the way, and search in there, I guess, search for Mandelyn Reese and see if you can find this article. And it has the different pictures of me. And that was YouTube event in LA. That was really cool. I got to be on their red carpet. So I talk about my calling and my book and things I want to do. And that was really cool to get to go into Austin Patch. And then I also got to be at the White Mage Fair on October 8th, just this past weekend. And I was offering angel card readings and mini healings. And so this was my little setup. It was very, very small little fair, but I had my healing tools there and stuff. And yeah, so that was that. So hopefully you could see that. Okay, so let's get to the meat of what I'm going to be talking about today. About what I want in a man and a partner. I feel so shy right now. I don't know who's watching or gonna watch this. I feel vulnerable and a little scared, but shit. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so first of all, a man has got to support my angel mission 100%. He doesn't feel ashamed or embarrassed if I bust out my wings at an event or wearing them or going in public. Like, you just can't be that way if you want to be with me. You gotta accept me and help me, or maybe even co-host with me. You could co-host me with my show. We co-host healing workshops together. That would be like my dream come true, is actually have a guy I could co-create stuff with. I have a higher consciousness perception of things, and I think it could get even more higher consciousness because we're always evolving. But I feel like when you're in a partnership and it's a healthy one, even no matter what kind of partnership it is, you're co-creating this partnership. And it's about, something you learn in the Love Coach Academy is relationships. You come together because you feel like you have certain needs that you're hoping to meet with a partner, have met with a partner, like intimacy, cuddling, doing things together, sharing life together, adventures, have a family, make kids, have a dog. I really don't know what's next for me. I'm open to all the possibilities, but I need some man who supports my angel persona, and he's not restrictive of it. Like, he doesn't bully me. I've had that happen. It just sucks to feel like I can't be myself or I can't do my mission. That's not the kind of healthy partnership, that I should be in. So I would like it to have a guy who actually watches my show, at least the first 20, 30 minutes of it, to get updates on me and what I'm doing in life and see pictures and just know who I'm interviewing and why. Like, it'd be great if I had a beloved who actually cared about my show or helped me with it, something like that. I can wish, right? So next, I wanted to give some examples of couples that I feel are really cool. And don't worry, they're actually all different kinds of couples, but I admire what they have co-created, coming together as a unit, as mates. So I'm going to share screen again. Okay, so let me see if I can figure out how to do this where I can see what I'm doing. Still can't see what I'm doing. Okay, well, first couple is the twin Ray, and they are so inspiring. Like, I feel like they're an example of the highest level of union like a human man and woman can have. They have this epic, like, basically mansion in Washington, and they host these healing workshops in their mansion, expensive retreats. They actually met and got married right in by the Phoenix in Egypt. They have a really amazing love story. And the more that I research their website, the more impressed that I get. I swear, every time I go to their website, it's like I'm finding out something new. about what they have co-created here. And I think you should just go get lost looking at their website, because I feel like it could leave an imprint on you, just being like, wow, what these people are epic. So basically, yeah, they felt like they had, when they met, they had already been married in a previous life, and they got married right away within days of meeting. They just knew. And they had both already gotten into, healing and spirituality, at early ages, and gotten their own followings and been successful on their own. But when they come together in union, they create these miracle, workshops and mentorships, and they have an online academy, and they've got this shop full of treasures, like bio jewelry that's expensive, and elixirs, like gold elixir made by monks, and it's just like really impressive. So yeah, gold elixir, they've got vortex water, and they even have their own, like, what is this called, vitamins and minerals stuff that they sell with their logo on it, that's supposed to be good for up leveling, and sacred geometry art. And I mean, I could go on, but it's pretty rad. So next couple I really admire is Kyle and Kelsey Kupecki. You can go to their website at kyleandkelsey.com. They have their little love story. So this is a couple based in Christianity and their shared love of God. And I just admire their love story. They now have 4 kids. They just had their 4th baby like last week, 4 sons. And the cool thing about it is that, they both wanted to be virgins and wait till marriage. And they've been together 10 years. But when they were 13, Kyle wrote a letter to his future wife promising to chase after God, pursue purity while he waited for her. And when she was 13, she signed a contract with her parents, promising to wait for her future husband and pray for him until he came into their life. Then they met and fell in love and got married. Now they have a bunch of kids. And they even wrote a book, which is super cool, called The Chase, which I actually did buy and read it. It's pretty cute and cool. They just have a really cute love story. So I admire them. And I just wanted to, share their story. Now, next couple I admire is Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. They're both country singers. They have been in love, and they're happy together, and they, it's how cool that they're both country singers, and they just fell in love, and now they make beautiful music together, literally duets and stuff. So they're a cool story. Now, a Hollywood couple I admire would be Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They're just so dang cute, and I think they have a shared love of comedy and being goofy, and they're just fun to watch together. They now have 4 kids. The 4th one's on the way. She's pregnant. So I admire them, their cuteness. And this last couple, I actually got to meet in Venice. They co-created a mosaic house. So here's this plain old house that it started as, and 2 artists got married, which is these 2 people here, Gonzalo Duran and his wife, Sherry Pan. They decided they were going to create their house into this art, and it's literally the entire house, every inch of it is covered in stuff. This is their kitchen. I mean, it's almost like Alice in Wonderland in there. And the whole outside of the property is covered. Every surface, ceiling. It even spreads out into the sidewalk. I don't know how they got away with that, but I mean, this doesn't even do it enough justice. I wish I had more pictures, but yeah. So mosaic house couple in Venice, which I actually got to go meet, and he tells their love story and gives a little tour of the house. It's really cool. That house is gonna be there probably forever unless a tsunami swipes it away, but their art and co-creation is gonna be a landmark forever. People can sell tickets to go see that place. It's like a museum, which is really cool mark to leave, that your love created that as a couple. So we're going to go back into me now. Things that I want and hope for. He supports my healing work. No jealousy. Like, I work on men sometimes. I even licensed in cosmetology, and I'm licensed to do hair removal. I can't have a guy who says I can't touch another guy and remove hair. And or touch another guy and do my healing work and body work and Reiki and reflexology. And I do all kinds of modalities, but my favorite are the multi-vibrational sound therapy instruments and shaman healing tools. So I just do a whole bunch of different things, and I just don't want a jealous partner. I need to like put that out there so big. Like, you gotta just be chill and get along with me and be cool, you know? And let's see. Yeah, I do want to host workshops with my partner, like could be healing or breath work or meditation, sound baths, a little bit of everything. You know, I'd love to do that with a partner. Plus, I'd feel safer, you know, if I had a partnership and the man who we're in love, he loves me and cares about me, I'd feel some more safety hosting workshops, you know. So, let me see. He lets me sleep. I love my beauty sleep. I need naps. And this is the drawback that some of my exes have had problems with. I'm just going to be honest with you. I cannot cuddle sleep. Like, I love cuddling. Don't get me wrong. I'm huge on affection. But I can't sleep cuddle. I can't clutch up on somebody and be all wrapped up and having someone breathing on me. Like, I'm just too sensitive of a sleeper. I've been this way my whole life. So, and I sleep with pillows like piled all around me. So being in bed is like my happy place, but it's like I have to have super like sensory deprivation to get good sleep. So I really have trouble sleeping with a partner. So it's like I need a guy who doesn't snore and doesn't really move much and doesn't sound like a bull in a china shop banging around when he goes to the bathroom. It's like I need silence and leave me alone. Don't touch me. I'll touch and kiss and make out with you all day long. And I'm huge on affection. Touch is my love language, my primary one, but I can't do it at night. You got to leave me alone. You know, go sleep in the other room if you have to. I just can't. I can't do it. So there, let's just get that out of the way. All right, so I'm going to list a bunch of random stuff. I might have to censor some of it because I just probably shouldn't put some of it out there. He does not smoke cigarettes or cigars or do any major drugs. Quite frankly, I don't even really like it when dudes do weed. I tried it back in the day, and, you know, after a while, my body just rejected it, and I didn't like it. It was giving me smoker's cough, and, like, my lungs hurt just looking at it. My throat hurt, so I had to give it up. So I think a person is so much more clearer when they're not getting stoned all the time. You know what I mean? So just putting that out there. He's not an alcoholic. Everything in moderation, okay? I enjoy myself some glass of wine here and there, but I don't want to be with a chronic alcoholic. I just think it's wasteful money. It clouds your energy, and you just do bad stuff on it. And it just ain't good. You know, I just don't want to be with a chronic alcoholic. I don't mind social drinking, but not when it's like 6 shots in 30 minutes. You know, that's too much. He's not crazy. I'm just not even going to elaborate. I'd kind of like if a guy wasn't like a hunter, you know, like he didn't go blasting animals left and right. Don't get me wrong, I kind of enjoy eating meat here and there, but I don't like watching it get shot and bleeding everywhere and skinned up, you know, just kind of traumatizing for me. So I'm just not a huge fan. He likes cats and dogs and animals in general would be great. You know, gets along with them, like to pet cats. But you can't hate cats. That would be offensive to me. I love cats. I grew up with cats. So if you don't like cats, we're going to have a problem probably. Helps and supports my angel project enthusiastically. I kind of already said that. He's dependable. Yeah, that's kind of important, you know? If something happens and I'm in trouble, it'd be great if I could actually depend on a guy to come help me. Or if a guy actually says, or no, if he does what he says he's going to do. Like, I recently retook the love language test, and the whole like verbal stuff scored kind of low this time for me, because I was like, if a guy is telling me he loves and cares about me and he does not back it up with the actions, I just think he's full of crap. and I'm not going to put a lot of value in his words anymore. It's like, you got to like prove it, like do what you say you're going to do. I strive to be that way. I really do. Like, if I tell someone I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, come hell or high water, I'm going to be there. But if I'm running late, I will do a courtesy text. I'm one of those people that, like, I will courtesy text you that I'm on my way, confirm our appointment. If I'm running late, I'll tell you how late or why. Like, that's how I am. And I really would appreciate if people could be the same way, So, yeah, had to elaborate on that one. I don't even know what to say about that. Wants commitment and offers stability. I don't even know. I know nobody is perfect. I just would like someone who feels perfect for me. But sometimes I feel like I need to be in an open relationship. I don't even know what I want anymore. I feel so confused. This last relationship screwed me up worse than ever. I'm like, are guys even monogamous, or they just pretend to be? Or is loyalty temporary and you just hope you get it for a little while? And then, because let me tell you something, and I hate to tell you this, but literally all my experiences with men since the beginning of my life have been that the love and the relationship and the loyalty is temporary. So it's like, I'm confused. But it'd be nice to feel like a man wants to be with me and shows it somehow, offers me some stability in my life. I mean, I can hope. I just don't know what that would look like. I got to leave it up to God to bring the right man for me, and we work it out and co-create the right thing for us that feels right. Likes to go on trips and adventures with me. So I love to go on huckleberries, and I love to, travel, do random stuff, go to events. You gotta like going to events, because I like to go to a lot of them. And it'd be great to have a fun partner who, likes to go and do that stuff too. So trips and adventures. Let's live life and paint the town red, He's open to doing his own healing work and therapy for himself and as a couple if we need it, I really admire when men are willing to go get help if they need it. Go get therapy, go get counseling, go get detox, quit being an alcoholic, get couples therapy or counseling if you're having issues. I just really admire when people aren't afraid to get help or better themselves and evolve. He has his own car and or home, apartment. You got to have room for a woman in your life, and vice versa. I remember doing some book or workshop somewhere where it's like, if you want to have a partner, you got to make sure you have room and space in your life for one. Create that void so that the universe can fill it in with a person for you, So it's like, in general, let's just say, man, if you want a woman, make sure you live in a big enough space. Like, you say you want to live with a woman, be married or have a partner, you got to have enough room for it, right? But then, this day and age is a little different. So it's like, at least show responsibility that you can have your own place and have your own car, and you got a job and you make money, like, you got to demonstrate that stuff. I take care of myself. I have my own place. I have my own car. Like, I need that too, It'd be great if a man's a good provider, because, we all want that in life, right? But, men, if you have standards, you certainly don't want a woman who's a deadbeat either. So keep that in mind. So I tend to like guys who are kind of like clean cut, kind of a preppy boy kind of look. I'm not really big fan of like hair out to here, fro, or like beard down to here, mustache. Like, I just can't. I'm not a huge fan of mustaches. However, some guys really do pull off the whole sexy goatee thing. So I'm flexible as long as it looks nice or I can handle it. But I'm really not into the big old, mountain man beard thing. I'm sorry. I probably would pass you over if I saw a massive beard and take away from your face, That's just me. Every woman is different. He's open-minded to spirituality, God, angels, Jesus, like talk about it all, just be open-minded to things and discussion of anything, really. He would consider me his queen or his goddess because I would consider him, my king or demigod or whatever you want to call a man. I don't know. I would like to have some reverence for each other, respect, I love romance. We got to romance each other. Cards, flowers, whatever, gifts. Like, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm really good at all the love languages. I would say my top ones are probably touch, affection, and gifts, giving and receiving, because I feel like it's an action that shows and proves love. But it's also nice to, when you have the acts of service, you help each other do stuff, or your partner needs something and you go and do it. You have a surgery, your partner's there to pick you up, stuff like that. Acts of service. Build each other up, is another love language. Give each other compliments. You look good. I'm good. Like, I really strive to be thankful for every little thing. I try to thank guys for anything they do for me, recognize them, appreciate them, not take anything for granted. And it'd be great if he's well educated, not a deadbeat. He's positive, smart, good sense of humor. We laugh sometimes. He sees the good in others, has wisdom, happy thoughts. I definitely want a guy who believes in God and stuff and angels. I don't think I'd want to date another atheist or agnostic. I've done that, and it just wasn't the right fit. Wasn't the right match. It just didn't work for me. I'm the damn street angel, I got a higher calling from God. If I can't be with someone who doesn't believe in that stuff, it just doesn't make any sense, You got to believe. How else do I explain to somebody what happened to me and why I do what I do if a guy's, not against it? So he's ambitious, motivated, has his own money. He likes to splurge on me because, I like to buy my guy gifts too, cards and stuff and whatever. Builds me up, supports me, respects me, honors me, cherishes me, reciprocate love and romance and effort. Yeah, I kind of said all this stuff, but I'm reading things I've written down on this paper. Be great if he's at least attractive, but everybody's different. So you gotta at least, there's something that you cannot mess with. Genuine attraction with each other. The magic of the romantic love spark. It's either there or it's not there, Sexual attraction and chemistry. It's either there or it's not there. That's why people, like, you could even, I've had moments in life, like at least twice, where I kissed a really hot guy and I felt nothing. And I'm just like, ugh, what is wrong with this chemistry? Like, it ain't there. You're everything I would think is attractive in a physical being, but there's nothing there, not even a twinge. And I'm just like, well, that ain't happening. So yeah, gotta have the chemistry, the magic, the attraction, the whatever, the magic. It's just gotta be there. And you never know who it's gonna happen with. So I am open to that. He genuinely listens and pays attention to me. He manages his money. He doesn't just blow it incessantly all over the place. It's just irresponsible, I'm pretty good at saving. Good smile. Let's see. Respected. He's strong in his own way. He has courage, and he's loves me and accepts me unconditionally. That's a tall order, but I am kind of weird. But I sure hope I can find somebody who will. He's sweet and fun, outgoing, social. Like, I'm a socialite. I go out to a lot of stuff. I network a lot doing my angel thing. I go to a lot of events. I need a guy who is social too. Like, he's not going to be in the corner sulking and acting weird, like a Unabomber or something. I can't be having that. He has good dad qualities. You got to be good with kids. I love kids. I just signed up for the Big Brothers Big Sisters mentorship program. I got along really good with my ex's kids, and I miss them. And they were just great little people, spirits. And it was so many wonderful memories, and I cherish that. So I could be a good stepmom. I don't know if I'm going to have my own kids. I've made peace with it maybe not happening for me, because I don't really want to reveal my age, but I'm kind of getting past my prime for children. So I've made peace with it. But I'm open to all the possibilities that God could have for me, to be honest with you. I'm open to marriage with the right person. Let me think. He keeps his house and car and all that clean. I think that's keeps his health looking good. I like it when a man wears cologne too. It's sexy. I like it when they, keep their BO in check, and, you look good, you smell good, you're going to be more attractive and more likely to get lucky. So he's not negative, abusive, jealous, controlling, overly angry, aggressive, or toxic to me. I feel like when a guy has these bad qualities of, toxicity or abusive, verbal abuse or something, it brings out the worst in me, because then it's like, I feel like I'm having to defend myself or shrink myself to make them happy or walk on eggshells, or it feels icky, and if they tend to have, if they're shooting bad stuff at me, then you have this tendency of like mirroring it back. It's like, oh, well, if you're going to talk to me like that, or how is this? And, you do it back, or, I don't like that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm a very peaceful, chill, positive person most of the time. I really want to get along with somebody. Like, I want to get along with my partner. I want to have harmony and peace. So, yeah, just getting excited about that. He won't obviously flirt with other women right in front of me. I'm okay with, you talk to other people at events, you socialize, you network. But like literally, if you're standing right next to your partner and they're flirting with someone right in front of you, I feel like that's a little disrespectful in a way. Like, that's something we can talk about. I'm a very open-minded, flexible person, but I also don't want to feel like embarrassed like that in my face kind of thing, or going and making out with a girl right in front of me or something. I've had that happen to me like twice. One time I was on a date with a guy, first date, and some other girl comes up and plastered herself on him and wanted to take him home. And I'm like, dude, I'm right next to you. And he's like talking to her, like, it was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, this is weird. Like, I did not date that guy anymore, but it was just the strangest moment. So anyway, moving on from bad stories. I hope you're getting some entertainment in this. Oh my God, I have a lot of comments. I haven't looked at the comments. I've been too enthralled with what I've been talking about. So I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. If it's not right, it's not right. I don't want to get serious with a man, move in with a man, marry a man, if it just too chaotic and we can't get along, or there's too much fighting or conflict. I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster. If the dating phase is bad, the marriage is going to be worse. You know what I'm saying? You got to get along. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. He loves to cuddle. So important. I'm a huge touchy-feely cuddler. You cannot have a problem with PDA, because I will clutch on you and kiss on you and rub on you, rub your shoulders, rub your hair. Like, I can't help it. It's my love language. If you can't handle it, then don't be with me, okay? Let's see. Where did I leave off on here? I'm flexible with body type. I do prefer when a guy works out and he has a decent body. But believe it or not, I have dated all types. And I also do kind of have a age ceiling. I really think 60s would be too old. 50s would be probably too old, kind of pushing it. So I don't know. But like I said, if the love spark happens, I'm open to exploring the connections, but I don't want to be dating too old, you know? He's charming. He's good in bed. You got to satisfy your woman, or what's the point of being in a relationship, you know? You got to like reciprocate that. I mean, that's a big deal. I think sex and intimacy is the foundation of your partnership. And if something's wrong in that department, it's going to wreck everything else, you know? You're going to have unhappy partners in the relationship, you know? Plus, you know, it's about pleasure and growth. And, you know, they say the way to enlightenment is through like tantric lovemaking with your beloved. So I wouldn't know because I haven't had a partnership of that highest level yet, where we're exploring that department. I would like to, but it just hasn't come to me yet. So, let me see. The guy's got to make love. And I have to say that because I've been with partners that don't seem to know how to do that. And in fact, that was my number one complaint in my marriage. I was like, you don't make love to me. And he's like, I don't know what you mean. And I'm like, don't you know how to go slower and be tender and like make love? And like, he just was clueless. You know, his only education was pornography. You know, when you're watching a bunch of raunchy porn, that is not the appropriate education to have an intimacy. You know, I'm sorry, but it's acting. It's bad. And some of it's abusive and things you shouldn't do to a woman in real life. And, you know, some girls will like stuff and other girls will hate stuff, you know, like I don't even want to get too X-rated into that, but yeah, I just want to say. So shaves, that's not a big deal. He doesn't snore. It would be really helpful. If I fall in love with a guy who snores, we probably just need to sleep in separate rooms because I literally cannot sleep if someone snores. And I'm sorry to offend anybody, but I just can't do it. I value my sleep. I have to recharge. If I don't get sleep, I'm a miserable human being and I can't survive properly in the daytime without sleep. So I need someone who's understanding of that. He can cook. But I love eating out too. Like if you're open to eating out, I love eating out because you can always like figure out, like mix and match what you want to eat. And you don't have to worry about the dishes and like the prep and like so much stuff that goes into the cooking. So it is nice to go out and have dates and stuff, but it's also fun to cook together. So I'm open to all the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? He's a great communicator and compromises with me well in the relationship. You got to just have good communication and compromise. In fact, I write that in almost every card at weddings. I'm like, it's all about communication and compromise. You're two unique beings in this universe. You're coming together, you're living together, and you've got to constantly have healthy communication. He pays his bills. He works out, healthy diet-ish. Of course, I'm flexible with that because sometimes you got to have some junk food and wine, you know? So as long as you're just not doing it all day long, you know, have some healthy supplements, take some vitamins, you know, have a shake here and there, drink some kombucha, you know, it's sexy. He feels good to be around, good vibes. I feel safe. One of the things in the Love Coach Academy that the founder, Scott Katamas, is always pressing is how a man needs to make his woman feel safe. Men are made stronger than us, usually. More muscles, more stamina, you know, more testosterone. You're supposed to make us feel safe and protected. And, you know, if I feel like I'm scared around you because you're an asshole or abusive or, you know, explosive, like that's not safe. You know, I want to feel safe and secure and stable with a partner who makes me feel good to be around and in his arms, and safe to be myself. And then the love can grow, you know, beautifully. he's very affectionate. He loves to caress my face, hair, body, massage me, hold my hand. I love to do all that stuff too. Rub each other's feet, backs, whatever. He has a good relationship with his family members and his mom, his dad, his siblings. I feel like that's important. I really strive very hard to have good relationships with my family members. And trust me, it does take work too, so sometimes. But I strive to have a good relationship, and I feel like it's very telling if people have terrible relationships here and there. It does, I don't want to get too much into it, but I've noticed if people have bad parents, it typically causes problems in the offspring, and it's sad. But anyway, he's loved and adored by his friends and family. He's kind and mannerly to others. He's nice to servers and wait staff. Anybody who's of being of service, just being kind and mannerly to others, and to me, chivalrous, open doors. I like to do that for people. I do it for dudes. I don't care. I open doors for people. Like, do that too. Just kind, basic manners is good. He sometimes does volunteer charity work. Look what I do. I do it all the time. It'd be great if a guy does, or at least maybe do some with me sometimes, be open to it. He likes kids and animals. I kind of said that already. He's comical, humorous, funny, in a cute, witty way. I already kind of said that. I think that's it on this page. Not addicted to porn. Honestly, I'm pretty open-minded. I realize most men look at porn. But when you're doing it all day long, I had an ex that did it way too much, and it was kind of freaky. And I didn't harass him about it, but in hindsight, looking back in time, I'm like, dang, I really put up with some weird crap from this guy. I'm just such a chill, maybe I'm too chill of a partner. I don't know. It didn't bother me that much, but when he's doing it 4 times a day and you're walking in on it, I'm like, okay, you're kind of pushing the weirdness here. Sorry if this is too much, but whatever. Welcome to the new age. Okay. He's not a effing nut job. Oh yeah, I kind of said that already, but in a way of he's not crazy. He's in the spiritual community. I'm kind of a rainbow unicorn weird person. I'm cool if a guy is kind of similar, weird unicorn, colorful guy, life of the party. Okay, what else? He's great at self-control in healthy ways. No bad temper. Let's see. He gets along good with his mother and dad too. Like, I know I kind of said that, but who is that guy? Steve. He's the black host of Family Feud. He said that if a man has problems with his mother, he's going to have problems with you. Steve Harvey. So that's one of his famous quotes in his book. So it's like, just, if person has mother issues, they're probably going to have partner issues. They got to work and heal around that to have a harmonious partnership. We get along great, a great baseline friendship between us and communication. He doesn't give me anxiety or depression or stress disorders to just put up with him or be around him. I don't get in trouble with him all the time for weird stuff and jealous insecurities or walk on eggshells. And yeah, and we take care of each other. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Hopefully I didn't stress you out with all of that. But, if you think about it, all of these things, you learn over time what's important, what you need, what's not important, what you definitely don't want, stuff like that. Or deal breakers. And I recommend that you do the same, basically just write down things that you do want. It's actually in my book. So I haven't mentioned it yet, but my book is on Amazon, An Angel's Guide to Manifesting Your Dreams and Romantic Partnership. So there's actually pages in there that you can work on that lists out things that you want in a partner, things that you don't want in a partner, fears that you have in a relationship that you can work to overcome. Where'd my notepad go? Oh, there it is. And bucket list things. You can, it's good to know kind of a framework, but you need to be open to appearance of your beloved. God might send you someone of a completely unique everything. Traits are going to be, you got to be open to the traits, but you also need to know your deal breakers and know things that you absolutely don't work for you. You can't get with someone and then just be like, let's say this person has been a smoker their entire life. And you're like, well, you need to quit smoking. Like, honestly, that's going to be really hard for that person. Yeah. Smokers should just be with a smoker or something like that. If you're okay with it, then you're okay with it. But if it's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker. Don't date someone who's a smoker if it's a deal breaker for you. That's just an example. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything out on my notepad. Trust. I have an issue with the concept of trust. Let me explain why. I feel like when you're young and you're a child and you're innocent, naive, you just broadly kind of trust everybody. And until they give you a reason not to, they hurt you in some way or, slap you or, then it's messed up. I've had, all my relationships messed up my trust. And even my personal relationships and my sister and stuff. So it's like, I feel like it's a very challenging topic for me to get in discussions with, because I feel like trust is a feeling that you have with somebody. It's either there or it's not there. But something I hate about trust is that once it's broken, once it's shattered, it's just never going to be the same again. It's like a broken glass. If you try to glue it back together, it's just not the same. So I don't like that about trust. And, the more that trust gets broken, the less you're going to trust the person. And so I almost feel like, and don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like trust is a condition of conditional love. I've been in experience with a family member where it's like, I love them unconditionally, but they couldn't be trusted for crap. So it's like, I know that you can love somebody without trust being exactly present, at least not all the time. But it's a debatable topic. I feel like the older you get, the more that I feel like I almost don't trust anybody until they can kind of prove themselves over time. And that sucks, but it's actually better to be cautious than just broadly trust everyone and assume they're going to not hurt you and do right by you, because clearly the older you get, the more you realize that's a fallacy. Good luck with that. Most people are out for themselves, to each his own, dog eat dog world, So anyway, loyalty. Like I said, I have not exactly had very good experiences in that department. I feel like men tend to get distracted by other beauty and want to be curious and explore that, which hence has been why I've been trying to be open-minded in relationships. And that's where communication is so important to talk with your partner about. It almost seems like a man's loyalty is temporary, but that doesn't go for every man. I do realize that there are men out there who want to be loyal and who are loyal. But like I said, maybe it's like a feeling you have with somebody, like if they give you that sense of trust and that sense of loyalty. But I don't have a whole lot of experience with that. So it's kind of hard when you've been brokenhearted by men since, first grade, like all of your experiences. It's kind of hard to hope for something better or different. And so I don't know. Like I said, I want to be open and flexible with whatever God gives me. I do want to say I have some exes that still talk to me. Some of them still kind of chase me a little, but it's like once you've screwed up past a certain point, I'm like, I just don't know if we have a future anymore. Like, I think it's too jacked up to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? So I know that nobody is perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. God made us all unique and we're always evolving, right? We're always changing over time. Our bodies and careers change, or the way we like to dress, like our hair, like we're always changing. Even our beliefs could change and evolve. And you just have to have good communication, and you can either learn and grow together, or you can decide, okay, well, we're evolving and we're going separately now. Like, I've just come to learn that relationships aren't guaranteed, marriages aren't guaranteed. Love doesn't always last forever. You just have to kind of be open to whatever happens. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think I finished my show. Oh, let me go review the comments. I've never seen so many comments in my entire life. Oh my God. Hi Angela. Hi Philip. Yeah, serial monogamy. That's pretty much kind of what I've gone through. Let me see. Well, I'm not gonna repeat that one. Jealous guys, yeah. Hi Zach. Who else? Okay, that's all it's showing me for now. I'll have to read more of those later, but okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope that was entertaining, and make a vision board about the relationship that you desire and want. Like, I will say that vision boards and manifesting and talking about it and calling it in do work. I did call in a relationship in these various ways, and it's just been a very rocky ride. So I don't know what's next for me, because like I said, we're always evolving and changing, and I'll just kind of be open to whatever happens. So, all right, have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.